I'm Artanis, and Taro are doing Artanis in the game, and this is a short guide for the new fishing profession in the Entropia Universe. We will also briefly talk about cooking and some related systems like market, but first we will go through the basic fundamentals of fishing. Here we are assuming that you already completed beginners tutorials and understand how to move around and play the game, so this will focus only on, well, we will try to be quick and essential information so that you can start enjoying your profession right away. Keep in mind that the information gathered at this time of the video, at the time of this video, has been made and is subject to change, as it is a new profession and prices and parameters can vary greatly as the time moves on. Stay tuned, there is also a nice bonus at the end of the video for all of you that stay. And let's get on it. First, there is a few important things to understand about fishing. The first step is getting a free fishing rod, which allows you to immediately start catching fish and collecting scrap, which currently has a very decent markup. Keep in mind that this, what I will tell you how, is a beginner rod, so it won't be very effective. My recommendation is to move to crafted equipment as soon as possible if you want to approach this properly, because your catch size and efficiency will be significantly better, which opens you up to many more possibilities and many more rarer fishes that you can potentially gain profit from. So how to get that starter rod? Well, it's quite simple. You will go to Satesh. As you know, Satesh is the starting area, so you might just be dropped there if you're just starting your journey. You will notice that next to the teleporter there will be a stand with some cooking supplies and the NPC, which will usually have a yellow mark above his head. He will give you a mission with waypoints and instructions, and I do believe it's gonna be like 5 fishes caught, and after you complete it you will receive a free fishing rod, which is provided by the developers, so you can try out the profession. Now move on. Before going further, it's important to understand how this fishing gear actually works. So you don't just take a rod and use it. You will need to attach certain attachments to it, and each of these parts has its own stats, and together they define how your fishing performs. And let me take a short, so as you can see, you have your rod, you have your reel, blank, lures. So how do you attach it? You just drag and drop it onto your wheel, onto your rod, and equip it, and there you go. See, E-cast, you are ready to use. But now here is how these stats actually work in practice. So let me just take a look. There we go. For example, fishing blank has flexibility, you have the strength, the reel speed, and I will try to explain to you how it works. So when you attach those attachments to your rod, all of the flexibility stats are combined. And during the casting animation, they define how far a fish moves while you are not reeling the fish. And during the angling, it's the length of your control bar in the minigame. All of the strength stats, except the reel strength, which are also combined, and they affect during casting how fast that tension will build up, and during angling how long can you survive before failing when you're not perfectly overlapping that bar with the fish. Reel strength is checked directly against the fish's strength. If you're really stronger, the fight becomes easier. If not, it becomes harder, and it also depends on the fish that you are catching. And finally, my favorite, reel speed. It determines how fast you will reel the fish during the mini game. So the better gear doesn't just necessarily mean more stats, you know, it directly makes the process of fishing more stable, more forgiving. So after you have gotten that starting rod, I would recommend you to go to Port Atlantis, specifically the northeast coastline. Let me show it to you. So this is the Port Atlantis, just a second. This is the Port Atlantis teleporter, and around here is that coastline where you will find a campfire, which is used for cooking, 2 AI vendors, and another vendor, which we will tackle right away. You can ask the AI vendors for the mission, or you can just simply type the accelerated version where he gives you the mission instantly, which is mission, I accept. They will give you a mission where you turn in 10 fish. The fish vary during each day, and for the return you get valuable blueprint for fishing or for cooking, depending on which vendor you tackled. And here is next to them is also a vendor that gives you a bait fishing rod. In my opinion, this is basically a better version of sweating in this game. As we've seen many times, whenever something new is introduced, this is when biggest profit opportunities usually happens. And at this time of the recording, the bait fish, which you catch with that bait fishing rod, sells for around 2.5 to 3 ped, and that is roughly 25 to 30 cents real value, and you can catch more than 200 per hour, which is obviously significantly better than fishing. Bait fish are used in crafting fishing equipment, crafting the spools, aka ammunition for your rod, cooking buffs, and they can also be used in a refiner from a trade terminal or any of your preference, together with universal ammo, which gives you spools, again, which is used as ammunition in the fishing profession. Which is also an important note, that this vendor that gives you this bait fishing rod is also giving you a one-time option to convert a 10 ped of universal ammo to 10 ped of spools. And spools currently being at 300% markup, that means you basically put 10 ped and got 30 ped back instantly, which gives you a strong start for your fishing progression. Now, how the fishing works. Let me show you. So we will use the bait fishing rod first. We equip it, we cast it. As you will see, the animation is same as the angling rod. We are waiting for the fish to hook, which will be indicated with a sound signal, and we are just keeping the fish inside this red dot, and there we go. We have caught 2 little bait fishes. There you go. Angling rod. I will show you the angling rod animation. There we go. We toss it, so it's the same as the bait fishing with just a longer cast. We wait for the fish to hook. We hook it, keep it inside this red little thingy, and oh, she went crazy. There she is, and we caught our fish. And there is another type of the animation, which is the surf caster, which you can see how far or how near you can cast it. If you cast it far, you might have more trouble reeling in the fish, but if you cast it near, you will definitely be able to reel in the fish much faster than on the long toss. Right now we are waiting for the hook. There we go, and then we just press and hold E to reel it all the way, and there we go. So as you've seen, bait fishing has the same animation as angling rod. Surf casting rod, you've seen the animation now. You have the toss and you have the reel to reel in and to fight the fish. Fly fishing rod, it has a unique casting animation, but uses the same catching system as the angler. And deep ocean fishing, it behaves same as a surf caster, but you need to cast it from the boat. If you are unable or unwilling to craft these rods, let me know. I'm crafting these, and I'm quite into this fishing profession at this time, and I can always supply you with some at cost, meaning how much it costed me to craft is the price you will get it for, to help you guys a little bit if you want to tackle this new profession. Now let's move onward to the Codex. Let me just show you quickly. Oh, sorry. There we go. So you see that there are different fishing codex with the different fishing rewards, and there is one big part which is the meta codex, and I will explain it to you just a second. Yeah, there we go. Well, it levels up pretty fast, and with the crafted rods you can reach the codex milestone very easily, usually within the same day that you went to build it on. And the rewards are structured like this. On the levels 1, 3, 5, 7 you get 3 ped worth of mostly fishing related skill, while on levels 2, 4, 6, 8 etc you get 3 ped worth of mostly cooking related skills. And crafting skills in this profession increase your HP, so they are definitely worth consideration. At the moment, fish first codex sells to roughly around 2,000 to 3,000%, and the deep ocean I have been seeing that it goes for much more, because people obviously have a FOMO. But it has been going up to 20k, and the second tier one sell for roughly around 7 to 10k, depending on the buyer, of course. So realistically, within 2 days of playing, you can earn 30 to 40 bucks or 300 to 400 ped, and possibly even more if you find a good buyer. Now let's move on to the fish types, locations and the baits. So what we observed so far, the fishes appear in different areas. They appear in the oceans, in the lakes and in the rivers, and there is another separation which is between day and night. Keep in mind that different fishes might require different baits or lures. For example, the carps can only be caught with the ball lures. I have created a list based on my own testing which bait or lure catches what, and that list is available on our Discord, which we will put the link in the video description. You can see how it works here. Let me just pull it out. Just a second, folks. Yeah, there we go. We have a little bit of disclaimer, a legend, how the things work, and here you go. Certain types of the baits with how easy it is to catch on the oceans, rivers, what fish, and a small sample below. There we go. Let me just close it and move it from my screen. There we go. And I encourage everybody to contribute so we can expand and make it useful for the whole community. Keep in mind, these are new professions. Prices will fluctuate heavily within the first weeks, and everything is driven by supply and demand. Some fishing blueprints are still very expensive, while others are dropping and stabilizing on the price. Now let's move to slightly a little bit more advanced topic, which is cooking. So cooking is expected to replace most pills in the game. So instead of easily buying something like 10 milligram pills for 5-6 pet a piece, you will need to craft your buffs now, or buy it from other people who have manufactured or cooked them. However, seasonal pills are remaining, which means items like Christmas boxes, which provide you with candy canes, and Easter boxes, which provide you with brutal Easter eggs, may become more valuable due to demand. I mean, in my opinion, currently Easter egg is the most valuable box to Easter box is the most valuable box to open, simply because it drops. It has possibility of dropping Harlequin implant, and at the time of this video, the last has been sold for 20,000 pet, which is $2,000. So definitely look into it if you are planning on depositing anytime in the future. Now, for cooking buffs, level 1 and 2 blueprints can be done on the campfires. For the higher level of blueprints, you will need stoves. So we go 103 stove is up to level 3, 106 stove is up to level 6, and 109 stove is up to level 9. Currently, there has been discovered 120 stove, which is the highest known one at this point, but there are no blueprints that are bypassing that one, so we will see as the whole thing moves onward. As for the market behavior, we have seen supply and demand in action. Like as soon as the 103 stove came out, it started like it sold for like 4,000 or 5,000 ped. Then rapidly over the course of the 4 or 5 days, I believe, it dropped to like 300 ped, 350 some were selling, and now it's stabilizing around 700 and 800 and going up. So it is kind of exactly like the real market. You see after release, you see high start, heavy drop, and then the stabilization. And I believe the same is currently happening with the 106 and 109 stoves, with one difference. Blueprint's drop rate seems lower now, so prices might rise sooner than expected, enabling all who hold them at this point to for some extra profit. From my personal experience the last 2 days, after around combined of 37,900 crafting clicks, we haven't seen a single stove blueprint drop. And from the market and the auction availability, it does seem to be reduced. In my opinion, by the common sense deduction, it is likely reduced. So personally, I believe the Mindark likely wanted everyone to try cooking early, so flooded the market initially, and now after that initial jump, the supply remains reduced. What is also a good thing is for anybody who hunts or mines and wants that increased rare chance of finding rare, what's it called? Something out of the ordinary drops, he should consider owning a stove, a 106 or 109 stove. For example, I will be having one 109 for my hunting needs. This will enable you to produce your own buffs, or even more insane, and you will have the link in the description of the video in regards to what all of the buffs are available, and from the cooking stoves for 1 or 10 hours even. And on the community side, currently Nana Shana, who is also community liaison, is heavily pushing this profession and exploring it in depth. keep an eye on community platforms like Planet Calypso forum or official Entropia Discord, where discoveries, buffs and pricings are being shared. Currently what I see, he's posted his buffs and ability in his how he called it, Bistro. Link we'll put in the description of the video along with the all others. As a small bonus at the end, as promised, this location that I'm currently in is not known to many players. It has 2 fires, auctioneers and all terminals that you will need. And let me show it to you. Wait, the closest teleporter is Twin Peaks Mall, and position which you can copy paste to your local chat to automatically add this to your map is also in the description of the video, along with the link which I already said with the full update information from developers regarding what buffs will be available and a little bit of expand on fishing. Let me show you the location. So as you can see, it's in the middle of this little lake, right next to Twin Peaks Mall. And as you zoom out, you can see where I currently am. So obviously this is not going to be as secret anymore. Okay, so what I wanted to say is, if this is your first time seeing Entropia Universe, check my other beginner guides and infos around Entropia. There isn't many, but we are working on expanding. I do have a real life, I do have a family, so I am limited by the time I can invest in this. Use also link in the description to join you if you're seeing it for the first time, and try it for yourself. When joined through the link, you get our 24/7 support and a veteran mentorship to reach any goal you might set for yourself. Hopefully this video helped you, and if you're planning to go, if you're fishing or cooking, be sure to reach out to us. If you want to see more guides or support more content, make sure to like, subscribe and comment, and join our Discord and Twitch. If you want to support us and other newcomers that join game financially, there is also donation link directly to our PayPal in description. For any questions you might have regarding the game or anything in regards to your journey, feel free to ask us in the Discord in the general chat. The team will try to provide clear and accurate answers. Our goal is to break myths, avoid misinformation and tinfoil theories, as well as help you in your Entropia journey. We also have a large collection of guides, useful links built over 20 plus years of the game that we have been involved in. And also what I wanted to say is, I stream every Saturday on Twitch, and we are currently running some of the biggest giveaways in Entropia, so feel free to join, hang, learn something, or just win some pets for your gameplay. Good luck to everyone in your future endeavors in this game, which is a big part of my life, and hopefully soon yours as well. Peace.